No, it's the YouTube video. I've been real negative today. That's not even me. Could be the full moon, but you need to release that. Could be the full moon. Full moon makes people act a little crazy. But you need to release that. Don't come here being negative. Hey Felicia. Y'all like the live for me, please. Mosquito bit me and it hurts. I'm gonna just wait a few minutes. I think today can be a short live. I wonder if my phone is lagging. I guess I need to get off live because y'all don't want to like the lives. I guess that means I need to get off. That's what it seems like. I'll wait a few more minutes. I'll see what happens. You know what's crazy? People will like, when I take breaks, people will like beg me to come back. And then when I come back, it's like, it be the ones begging me to come back that don't like genuinely support. Not saying that's you, but I just noticed that. It just has to be like a equal energy exchange. Like for people to tell me like, oh, you're so inspiring and you're so helping and you're so positive, and when I watch your videos it just changes my mood. But it's like the support don't be there sometimes. I think that's kind of crazy to me. It just be a lot of stuff that people don't see. But I take that as like, okay, it's time to step away from YouTube and do something else. Because there's so many things I want to do. But if I give out all this energy and it's not being reciprocated, then I'm not going to want to continue to do it. If that makes sense. Why do people leave once I show up to public places or anywhere people act strange? I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. I've never heard anybody say that. I've heard people say, like, when they show up to public places, um, people show up. A lot of people start showing up for them. Like, more people will start pulling up to, like, restaurants or whatever. But I've never heard somebody say people leave. Have to remember why you started in the first place and not get caught up on responses. I feel you, but the thing about it is, like, just like with anything that people do, you have to, there has to be energy exchange, especially for spiritual people. When you do spiritual messages, that takes a lot of energy out of somebody giving a spiritual message. If you put out some type of art, that takes a lot of energy out of you. It doesn't matter what you do. When you're an entrepreneur or you're putting out your art in any way that you put it out and the energy is not being reciprocated, you're going to feel that because you're putting out more than you're giving. You're putting out more than you're getting back. So I feel you. I'm not getting caught up in responses. If I was getting caught up in responses, I wouldn't even be on here. I was just thinking earlier about how, like, it's so hard for me to do this because the amount of men who think it's, my bad, my phone's gonna die. The amount of men who think it's okay to, like, openly lust after me and, like, make passes at me every single day, making sexual comments at me every single day, sending me long emails confessing their love to me and typing, like, just vulgar stuff in my comments, like, it's a lot. And then have, like, getting people calling me, like, the devil and just attacking me all the time. That's a lot. I don't get caught up in that. That would be me getting caught up in responses. I'm just simply asking for support, and I feel like I should be allowed to do that. You know? I just wish, like, I feel like that's the only thing that bothers me is like the sexual comments. That can be a lot. That can really be a lot. Cause I don't like that type of attention, and it's like I've always gotten that type of attention since I was a child. And when men do that, it's like that same entitled energy that, like, my abuser had just hits me all over again. And just for some reason, like, I hope it doesn't play an ad. Hold on, y'all. No, because if it plays it, YouTube will flag it. That same entitled energy that I got from, like, men in my entire life, it just comes back up again. So that, and I know it's not going away. I know there's nothing I can do about it. That it's always gonna be like that. I can't, like, I can only block them, but that's something I'm always gonna have to deal with. But since I don't like that type of attention, that's like one of my that's something I have to work through right now, and it's hard. It really is because I'm aware that half of my supporters are only here for the wrong reasons. And it's just, it becomes icky and disgusting because I'm a spiritual person and I can pick up on energy easily. So I'm picking up the energy of lust constantly, and it disgusts me. And I just really wish, like, y'all have no idea what be going on behind the scenes. Like, I just really wish, like, these men, because that also makes me just makes me run away from being in the like being in the public eye, because I know the type of attention I'm going to get, and I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm only doing this because I'm called to do it, but it's like as time goes on, it's like, bro, I'm tired of being cussed out by men because I don't accept their sexual advances. And the entitlement of men is the reason why women are scared and are being attacked and abused every time they leave their house, because a lot of men are entitled. And if you are a man who's like that, you need to speak up and protect women, and protect and tell your homeboys and tell your friends, because y'all have friends who are disgusting, nasty people, and y'all don't ever say anything to them. Y'all have seen them say and do things that is not okay, but that you don't agree with, but you don't correct them because you're afraid of being judged, and you're just as wrong. And I'm just like, I'm just venting to the people who care. If you don't care, then obviously, exit. But just venting to the people who care, like, that's something I deal with, and I just like politely ask y'all to stop. Like, don't make sexual passes at me. Don't send me emails just confessing your love and pouring your heart out to me, and then turning around and cussing me out because I'm not interested. Because who do you think you are? I don't have to be interested in you. I don't care what you do. I don't have to be interested in you. I don't have to like imagine if that was happening to your daughter. And for some reason men feel like that if it's not their own daughter, sister, or mother, they don't care. But if it was happening to your daughter or your sister or your mother, you would care that she's being harassed. I'm just tired of being harassed. Like, I'm just tired of it. That's one thing that's like really difficult for me right now. You talking about some rebuke it. That's not possible. I can't just rebuke, like, people doing things like that. Yeah, I know it comes with the territory, and like a lot of women who are don't see themselves as attractive will say, "What are you complaining for?" Because a woman who's not used to that type of attention wants that type of attention, and will look at women who get it like, "Why are you complaining? You're getting attention from men." Attention from men, like that's some type of flex, like that's some type of reward or something. It's not. And until you have to deal with that, you don't understand. Especially if you've been dealing with this since you've been a little girl. It's so disgusting. Like, I don't know. And I know like big people, like huge name people deal with comments like that. I don't know how they do it because it makes me so uncomfortable. It just really does. And it's not because I'm not used to it. I am. It just makes me uncomfortable. And I'm allowed to feel uncomfortable about that. I'm just politely asking y'all to stop. That's it. Stop doing it. Like, y'all have to stop. Stop doing it to women, period. Stop harassing us. Stop making passes at us and trying to take our life from us because we don't want you. It's scary. It really is scary. And it's like, if I tell you no and you don't take my no as an answer, that's like, feels like assault. It's like you don't think my no means anything, and you're gonna take it from me anyway. And it's disgusting, and y'all need to stop or something happens to you. Hey, April. I get sexually harassed by women sometimes. It's uncomfortable. I don't put the V-box on the pedestal how I used to. Once I got closer to God and practiced celibacy, the attention gets annoying. It's just crazy. Like, people are so weird. It's just scary. And you either been through it or you haven't. And if you haven't, you just can't relate. It's just not, the energy is not good. Especially for someone who's sensitive to energy. Some people are just more sensitive to stuff than others, but that's one thing I just never figured would bother me the way it does. I can deal with people cussing me out and calling me the devil. I can deal with people calling me a fraud, but I just cannot deal with like the men part of it because of my own trauma and like abuse. Like, when you're a woman or a man who's been abused in that way, yeah, it hits a little different when you're constantly being sexually harassed. It hits different. Excuse me. Yes, you can ask me a question, Evan, and you can make any comment as long as you don't be passive aggressive, because I'm gonna catch it. But you can ask me a question and you can make any comment. But keep it cute. Don't be passive aggressive. Say it with your chest, okay? But I'm sorry for anybody who does have to deal with that, cause. And if you feel the need to talk about it, you can. However far along you are on your journey, you can talk about it. That's a big thing to go through, and it sticks with you forever. So don't expect yourself to be all perfect and completely healed from that. You may need more time because maybe you went through more, and that's okay. You can talk to me about it. Remain as strong and courageous as best as you can because society needs your perspective. Truth and strength. You're going against a systematic design that normalizes and promotes misconduct. Thank you for the like. There's a tribe and community out here that has your back. Yeah, I know y'all have my back. Y'all do all the time. It's just expressing myself. Question: how do people drain you out of your force energy? What is spiritual warfare and how to overcome it? Ooh, my third eye just started going off as soon as I raise your question. I feel like spiritual warfare is like a mental thing, truly, and it's like kind of in your mind. So even like, for example, and I'll give you an example of how to overcome it, but also like, just because this just happened, me talking about how I'm dealing with sexual harassment, although this is a real thing that's happening to me, I have to work through changing my perspective on that. Like, I'm someone who has experienced a trauma and abuse, like sexually, and that's kind of how the devil gets you. He's going to abuse you or put you through some type of trauma at an early age, and it's something that's going to stick with you. And as you go on through life, it's going to trigger you. And that's why people call it like spiritual warfare. This is not anything new. This is something you've been going through for a while. And that would be just like a little example if I chose to look at it like that. And it's something I have to come to terms with. But as far as that, I don't have to take anybody's disrespect. And if I feel like you're sexually harassing me, it's not a matter of, oh, you just have to let it go and make peace with them sexually harassing you because you're just an enlightened being and you have to, like, that's wrong to do to somebody. And there's no amount of healing that I'm going to do that's going to stop me from calling that out and saying that it's wrong. Okay? Period. Okay? We're not all the love and light kumbaya goes out the window when it comes to somebody sexually harassing or assaulting somebody. Correct? Okay. So, as far as how to defeat spiritual warfare, I always say you want to work on keeping your vibration higher because spiritual warfare is usually rooted in a low vibrational energy. And if you're vibrating higher, those low vibing people cannot even touch you for real. They can't get to you. And when things do happen, it's going to hit different. When you reach higher levels of enlightenment and like on your spiritual journey, you're still going to experience adversity. That's what they say, new levels, new devils. You're still going to experience problems. Things are still going to happen, but your awareness and you raising your vibration is going to cause those things to not affect you the same way they used to. It hits different when you have anxiety. It hits different when depression is creeping in because you have raised yourself so high above the BS. It can't really touch you, can't really mess with you. So in the past, you may have been depressed for weeks or maybe up to a month. But when you take the time to really go, like heal, like real deep healing, because it takes healing. It's not just you getting crystals and taking spiritual baths and going to put your feet in the grass. That's not all it takes to raise your vibration. To raise your vibration, you really got to heal. You really got to change, like you're changing your consciousness. That's not something easy for people to do. So because you're changing with changing your consciousness, you're healing from trauma and things that you have been through, like childhood trauma. Like you're doing your shadow work. You're facing your shadow self. You're facing the demons of your past. You're facing the skeletons in your closet. You're cleaning them out and showing them who's boss. Like you making peace with it. That's how you raise your vibration. Like you actually doing the work to heal. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how many times like things may come up against you during that process. It's the fact that you're doing the work to get there, and you're going to go at your own pace because divine timing is really real. So that's how you defeat spiritual warfare. You cannot stop things in life from happening. You can't stop yourself from experiencing ills. You can't stop yourself from people coming at you for no reason. You can't stop any of that. Only thing that you can do is raise your vibration so those things don't affect you the same way and it'll hit different. That's how you defeat it. You can't get rid of it. You just got to know it doesn't have more power than you. It has no power over you. And that's all it is to it. So heal. That's what I would say. Go heal. Heal that inner child. Do your shadow work. Exercise that throat chakra. Speak up for yourself. Even if they don't like it, speak up for yourself. That's a part of healing, especially for women. And I'm a black woman, so I'm here for black women first and foremost. Let me just say that. Especially for black girls, that inner black girl inside of you who was silenced because they said you were too loud. That is how you heal. You're allowed to speak up for yourself. You're allowed to set boundaries. You're allowed to speak your piece. And if they don't like it, they can log off. And they can off. Okay? That's how I feel about it. So healing is, there's multiple different ways to heal. Being silent and kumbaya and love and light is not part of the process. Okay? It's not, I'm not gonna say it's not part of the process, but it's not the whole thing. And a lot of people who are new to the spiritual stuff and see the people with the dreadlocks and the beads and the turbans and the crystals who are just somewhere meditating out in a field, they see that and they're like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do. I'm gonna imitate that and be love and light and all kumbaya. That's not real. Just because you see somebody doing that does not make them the most spiritual MFer in the world. The most spiritual person in the world could be a man in a button-up shirt and khakis, and he working he work at a high school or something. That might be the most spiritual person. That's why I could say that's why I call myself a spiritual baddie. It's not because of how I look. It's because I'm a multifaceted being and I don't look like a spiritual woman. I don't look like the typical Erica Badu type of chick. There's levels to this. There's levels to me, and I'm not just one way. So when I say I'm a spiritual baddie, I'm here for the spiritual baddies. I'm here for the multifaceted beings. I'm here for like the woman who is misunderstood and is judged harshly, and then they find out who she really is. That's who I'm here for. I don't like that this has ads. Like, how do I stop this? But yeah, I just went on a whole little thing. But Y'all be wanting to get blocked so bad. Hold on. I need to change this because it has ads and I can't have that on my channel. I understand. I have been through that since I was a baby until I moved. For 3 years, I had been with abuse. I have been without abuse for 3 years. It's been a relief. I'm healing, but it's a long road. Keep going. It is a long road. It is a long road. Keep going. Okay? I'm glad I'm able to help you manifest. Oh, I guess I done woke the devil up. Okay? He's sending his people in here. All right, I be trying to tell y'all. Some of y'all new here. Don't play with me. Because I don't got to say nothing. Don't worry about people like that. It's an army behind me who watches everything and knows everyone's intentions. I'm not worried about that. I'm not regular. I'm not like the people that you're used to. Don't play with me. Period. Okay? That's all I gotta say about that. And if you don't believe me, find out. I wouldn't, but it's on you. I have some more songs. Well, like my meditations I was doing. I have 3 or 4 more I need to record. And I'm gonna get around to it. I'm not gonna say when I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna get around to it before the year's over. I'll have some more because I have they're already written down. I just gotta record it. Thank you a lot for the information. I've been in a healing process for quite a while now, and don't feel bad about that. Don't feel bad that you've been healing for a while. Some of y'all really been through a lot, and nobody needs to look at you and say, "Wow, you still healing? You need to get yourself together." Like, no, you heal at your own pace. Don't feel bad. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. I know if you are one of my true, genuine supporters and you came across my page and you're part of my collective who my message is hit for, you have been through a lot. I know you have. Like, the worst of the worst. How can men help women heal from sexual trauma? I don't feel like I don't know. I feel like healing is a personal thing. So I don't feel like any other individual can necessarily help. But I feel like men as a whole can just be better people and not be entitled and respect women's boundaries. And I feel like that will help women and men as a whole. But I don't think there's nothing you can do to just directly help a woman's sexual trauma. I feel like just listen, understand, accept her boundaries, and stop feeling entitled. That's the best thing I can tell you. Too many entitled men out here. I don't think men can, yeah, the only thing we can do as men is fully protect women that have those traumas. Yeah, like be a protector. Don't be a weirdo. Don't heal from your own lust. Heal from your own because men have sexual trauma too. And a lot of y'all are just a little too horny for me. And y'all need to probably just go celibate and do semen retention so y'all can stop being so damn horny. That's all I can say about that. I feel like men just kind of accept that. I just don't feel like that's just that's a conversation for another day. You should get instant locks or crochet. I don't even get braids anymore. I used to love to wear knotless braids. And I don't know if it was because the girl I was going to, but my hair kept falling out. And I even was like, okay, maybe I'm cutting too high because my hair is pretty long. I got somebody else to do it for me, and they literally cut all the way at the end. Like, if my braids is like 30, 40 inches, they're cutting at the very bottom. My hair is still falling out. I don't know. I don't know if I'll wear braids again for a long time or any type of like locks or nothing. I've heard horror stories and I just know how my hair is. It just don't really work for my hair too well. Um, the only other thing I would say I would do with my hair is I really want to wear my natural curls, but I need a professional to see like literally every like 2 weeks or every week, and that's just not on the budget right now. So yeah, eventually I'll probably do that, but is wearing locks and stuff, no. I didn't heard this horror stories about locks if you're not locking your real hair, and I know I can't lock mine. So a girl can dream though. We all will be in constant healing process throughout this entire life we have been given, especially as a spiritual beings. Remember, you are in the world but not of the world. Facts. I'm at this stage again, that nobody listens or understands me, but I notice anytime I feel this way, it's like being on flow state. Anything I do works, and I make more money, but I'm not alone. I made peace with not being understood. And I feel like at some point you gotta make peace with it. And I feel like being misunderstood when you're just being yourself is a good thing. I think it's a good thing for people to misunderstand you because that means you're not regular, you know? Something about you gotta be different. Something about you gotta be you not like the rest. If you was like the rest, they would understand you. So pride yourself in the fact that you different, you not like the rest, and that's a great thing. It's a great thing. And half the time, that's what people envy in you, because a lot of people are walking around with somebody else's personality, and they have no personality. So be thankful that you're somebody who has a personality, and you're not afraid to express that and be exactly who you are. Because these people are confused out here. They're personality biters. They're life biters. And they will run off with your whole personality and your whole entire life and say that it was theirs. And it's just, But nothing's better than the original. What did Jocelyn say? Nothing's better than the original. Okay, period. They can try to imitate all they want to. It's not going to hit the same. It's not going to taste the same. Sorry. First they hate, then they copy. Isn't that how it goes? They hate you, then they copy you. They judge you, then they copy you. They talk about you, but they're secretly taking notes. Oh, I don't like her. They come in your live and they troll you, but they're taking notes. They don't support you and they watch your live behind the scenes in secret, but they're taking notes. Don't rush your process for healing and attracting that inner peace. Every day, the healing process begins in your personal jihad to stay or get back into the higher Christ consciousness. Yeah, I feel like every day is I agree. Every day is like a new part of the healing process, which is good. And be proud of yourself for deciding to get up every day and heal. Because some people are just going to lay there. They're not going to do nothing. They don't think they need to change anything about themselves. They think they're just perfect and they don't want to do any healing work. But they'll judge you for finding yourself and trying to heal. It's okay. That is not your concern. That's sad. I have people trying to look like me. I mean, at some point, you just like, it is annoying. It's annoying. Because I'm one of those people who, like, sometimes when people try to copy off you, it's cute. But other times, it's annoying. Especially if you're anything like me, where you come from a place where nobody supported you. Like, nobody supported you, but everybody low-key biting a little bit. And they don't want to admit it. And then they befriend you to try to steal your personality and stuff. Like, that's annoying to me. Y'all don't even like me. Y'all don't even support me. Why are y'all biting? Like, it must be that girl. No, it's looking like I'm that girl to me. Huh? But you just gotta know, like, it comes with it. Like, what are you gonna do? Hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? Your real supporters are gonna notice. Like, all right, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do, because a lot of times people, they look down on you, so they don't think anybody else is watching you. But people are watching and they see what you're doing, and you look a mess and you need to stop. Might be in your best interest to stop. You look a mess. You're not even doing it right. You're not even doing it right. You're not doing it right. You're not doing it better. You just doing it sad. Have a seat. It's crazy. So they do. Didn't Nikki just say that in the song? What did she say? My phone's finna die. I need to plug it up. What did she say? I just heard she just said something. I just watched her. What did she say? You think that you look up to her, but really you look up to me. That's exactly how it feels. That's exactly how it feels. My favorite song by her is Barbie Teens. If you're a girl and you never heard that song, you need to go listen to it. Because it's like bar for bar, word for word. I felt her on that. Definitely try to be my friend and hate me. Yes. They know better now. They know better than even try me like that. You gotta be careful, because those are the people who envy you the most, the ones who copy you. Yes, girl, I know. Don't even get me started. It's like two significant people in my life who just they're not in my life no more. But it's like I got like a delayed response with me, so I'm the type of person, I don't even catch something until later. And it's like I'll sit and think, and it's just so funny that, like, just people who you had in your life, and it was right in your face, and it was just, girl, go somewhere with that. Advice for loneliness while healing. Um, I always told people that be grateful for your isolation, as hard as it may be. And also know you're not going to be isolated forever. At some point, you're going to be around people. But I feel like if God isolates you, it's for a reason. And you're not going to see that reason until you're out of isolation. But I would just say, um, be grateful for it, because it's almost like God is giving you an opportunity to find yourself in private before He represents you to the world. So you have an opportunity to cry and heal and go through all your trauma and purge old energy. Because when you come out of that isolation period, you're gonna be an entirely brand new person with a brand new set of eyes. And your energy is gonna be different. Your vibration is gonna be higher. You're gonna be more elevated and enlightened. And as hard as it is to be lonely, it's the best thing for you right now, because if you were to have people in your life, you wouldn't focus on healing. You'd be focused on them. you're probably somebody who was a people pleaser, or has maybe some type of codependency issues, or you have a history of like being overly forgiving of people. There's a reason. And I can say, for at least for myself, I know why I was isolated. I know what I had to heal from. But it wasn't until I was almost out and completely out before I saw why. So think of this time as of like you, of you, I can't talk. Think of this time as you being like a caterpillar going through a metamorphosis stage. A caterpillar goes to the metamorphosis stage alone. He's not in his cocoon with anybody else. It's just him. And that's a transformation period. And when he comes out of his cocoon, he pops out as a gorgeous butterfly. Like, for a ugly little caterpillar to turn into this gorgeous butterfly, that's not for no reason. Like, you got to know God is real. Like, nature will tell you how important isolation is and how important transformation is. Caterpillars are so ugly, I'm sorry. But butterflies are gorgeous. That's not possible without the metamorphosis stage. It's completely necessary. So understand, just like humans can learn a lot from nature. And if you look at nature as no if you look at nature as an example of how our world works, it'll actually really help you. Okay, so just think of it like that. It's necessary. Okay, you're going through a transformation, and that's beautiful. Don't resent it. Be happy and self-reflect, because you'll kind of self-reflect and realize the people that you had around you, they weren't even good people. Or you may self-reflect and realize you were not a good person to these people, and you need to get yourself together before you get back in these people's lives. Then they will try to flip the script as if you're the hater because you caught onto their scheme. Jonathan, who are you? Because when I tell you somebody did that to me before, somebody literally did that to me before. Like, I respectfully was like, I can't be friends with you anymore. Like, I wasn't disrespectful at all. That's the first person in my life where I respectfully was like, look, because I don't tell people when I'm cutting you off. You just cut off. I told this person respectfully. This was a long time ago. I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I don't like your energy. I don't like it. Something's not right. And it wasn't even just the energy. It was the passive aggressive shadiness and all the stuff that this person was doing and pretending like they weren't doing. Like I'm just an idiot and I didn't catch it. People like to be very subtle and make a lot of slick comments with me. And this was just one of those times. And I was like, look, I don't want to be cool with you no more. Immediately flipped the script. Immediately was like, you have jealous demons. Girl, what? I have what? And yeah, that's kind of how that went. And the crazy part is, this person befriended me. This person came to me for friendship. This person sought after me. I didn't seek this person for friendship. I never spoke to this person a day in my life. And I gracefully cut this person off. It hurt their ego, and all of a sudden I got jealous demons. Okay, so whatever makes you feel better, that's fine. If that makes you feel better, okay. Exactly, that's what I think of. I love when God separates me. I really can care less about text or calls. I know. Because at first, it is going to hurt, and it's going to make you feel sad, and it's going to make you feel like it's going to be like this forever. But then you get to a point where you realize, I really enjoy my own company. And that may be a reason for your isolation. So you can enjoy your own company. So you can truly love yourself and the skin that you're in. Because people are going to come and go. And you have to always be okay with you. People are not permanent. It doesn't matter what type of relationship you have. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're a boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't care if it's your child. I don't care if it's a school teacher. Whatever it is, people are not permanent. You have to always be okay with you and being in your own skin. Detach. Detach. It'll save you a lot of heartache. Enjoy people while you can. Hope for the best. Don't wait for the worst. If you're lucky enough to have somebody forever, that's a beautiful thing. And that should not be taken for granted. So if you're lucky enough to have somebody forever, appreciate them and love them correctly, respect them, because not everybody gets a forever person. Not even your kids. Your kids may decide one day, I don't really want to talk to you no more, and that's gonna hurt. But what can you do? It is what it is. Maybe there's a reason. You don't own anybody. And if you're not doing right by somebody, you have no right to even feel entitled. You're not even doing right. Good thing God separated me from those kinds of people. Praying for those that need to get away from those kinds of people but don't know how to. I'm praying for them too, Jonathan. How to protect your energy from a vampire energy, especially if you live with them. I feel like I answer this all the time, and I try not to answer the same way. I'll just say, it takes practice. Like, it takes you, like, one, like being emotionally intelligent, because energy vampires and narcissists, I always say, they need an energy supply. You have to learn to be around people that you don't like without giving up your energy. You may have to live with this person. They may be, as long as they're not physically harming you, you're good. You got to learn to, like, be in these situations and not, like, I heard somebody say before, I think it was Little Baby. He said his body goes a lot of places his mind doesn't go. And I kind of see that as how you deal with narcissists that you have to deal with. Like, you're there, but you're not actually there. Like, you're not actually giving up your energy. Your flesh is there, but your energy and your soul and your spirit is not, if that makes sense. So you just gotta don't allow them to control you. Emotional intelligence is about being in control. You have to be in control of your own emotions. You have to be in control of you. And the moment that you allow this person to get a rise out of you, you're basically giving them your power and your control. That's how I learned about emotional intelligence, because I'm stubborn and I don't like I have a hard time with like authority and not being in control. So the moment that I learned about emotional intelligence and someone told me that that means that you're giving up your power and that person has power over you, that's all they needed to say. And I was like, okay, I get it. You don't got to say nothing else, because I don't want anybody having any type of power over me. So you got to look at it like that. You either let this person have power over you or you don't, and kill them with kindness. That doesn't mean you got to be all lovey-dovey with them. It just means you don't have to match their energy. Stay how you are and let them expose themselves. Thank you. I know I'm not truly alone. I always have God and your right working on me. It's just kind of scary going through it at 51. I mean, I'm not 51, so I can't relate, but I feel like there's always time to heal. And I feel like it's kind of like your life is just beginning. I feel like that's still young. I feel like you still got a lot more life to live. And I feel like a beautiful thing will come from this. Slick comments will get you cut away from my child life. I hate when people be trying to be slick with me. Cause it's like you playing with my intelligence. Like, you think I didn't catch that? People love to be passive aggressive with me all the time. Person, you, why are you doing that? I'm gonna catch it. And it makes you look even worse that you're trying to be shady about it. I would respect you more if you said it with your chest. Oh, I know manifest. I already know. I peeped, okay? I've been peeped. Even adults pushing 40 come like that. It's an evil world. It's truly necessary to know the kinds of people you let have access to your energy. True. It is. And you can't always avoid nasty people. Like, you may meet somebody who's nasty in traffic. Be careful with that road rage, y'all. I'm the same way. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm the same way. Traffic is the most low vibrational thing that you can be a part of. I don't like being in traffic, and it just feels like I'm wasting my life. But be careful with road rage, because there's people out here who are crazier than you, and they don't have nothing to lose, and they will take your life. I didn't have like men in trucks try to run me off the road so many times. Like, people are crazy. You gotta be careful. I don't know why I just said that. Oh, because yeah, you can't avoid people like that. So just try, like, that's an example. That's a perfect way to practice emotional intelligence and not letting people have control over you is in traffic. Calm down. Laugh it off. Take a deep breath. Turn the music up. You ain't gotta flick them off. You ain't gotta do none of that. Just, if you just must throw your hands up, do the peace sign. I got cut from road rage once, I learned, but I'm still crazy. Yeah. Be careful with that. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause I live in Atlanta, and these people out here are insane. I didn't seen other people involved in road rage where somebody's literally like, you ever seen somebody like swerving through traffic and somebody's following them? Like, that's like road rage. Somebody just got mad, and then they finna follow you, and it's gonna be a whole thing. So just be careful. There's pizza here. I be trying to smoke before I be in traffic now to calm down. I could never. I could never do that. I could never be high and drive. I don't know how y'all do that. That's so funny seeing my emoji. I think that's hilarious. It really brings me joy. Bumping Christian music, that'll get heads turning. I feel like in a good way. I feel like if I turn on some like gospel music, people would be like, "Hey, turn that up." I would never get behind a wheel with alcohol. Yeah, definitely don't do that. Weed affects people differently though. Yeah, but still, I feel like that's still like putting, I mean, I guess it just depends on the person. I know if I did that, I would be putting my life and anyone else's life at risk, because it slows down my reaction time, and I'm not aware of what I'm doing. Like, there's no way. If you feel like you can do it safely, I'm not going to judge you. I just say don't get caught. But I mean, where I live, everybody does it. And I'm like, y'all is built different. Everybody, you drive through Atlanta streets, all you gonna smell is marijuana everywhere. I'm like, I don't know how y'all be driving. Hi, y'all are crazy. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I would literally like crash. I would have to pull over. Like, no, y'all built different. Maybe because you're so sensitive to what's going on around you, you can't get high and drive. I can't do it. I don't know. I'm too paranoid. I'll be like, as soon as I see a cop, I'm a fucking, I would freak out. I'm too paranoid for that. I would be way too scared. I don't even like doing that. Like the times I have done it in the passenger seat. Like I don't even want to do it in the passenger seat. That's how paranoid I am. Like, don't pass me the plant. Don't even smoke while you driving. While you driving and I'm in the passenger side and you smoking, don't even do that. And don't pass it to me because I'm be I'm gonna be paranoid. I'm gonna be way too paranoid. I mean, yeah, that's good you don't have road rage because these people are insane. They already can't drive in Atlanta. They don't need to be mixing weed and alcohol. Seer Dreamer, are you asking me that? Are you asking me wouldn't I rather be in alignment with the Father? Is that what you're asking me? As a chosen one, why do you get weird vibes from people? Sometimes the energy is off. People be awkward. I could just be quiet in my own business. I don't know. I just feel like we're different. I don't know. You gotta think like there's not that many of us. Like there's what did Jay-Z say? Jay-Z say? It's not many of us. Less is more. It's plenty of us. Like it's not that. It's what 7, 8 billion people in the world. I don't even think a million of those people are like truly chosen. That's not a lot of people. And I just feel like I know that feeling that you're talking about. I feel like it's God. Like I just posted in a snippet of one of my lives on a short video. They're intimidated by the God in you. They feel God's energy in you. Cuz this is where God is. He's right here. They feel God. Like the think about the presence of God. And this is not to like be, I don't know, cocky or nothing like that. They are feeling the presence of the Most High God. Imagine how intimidating that is, how strong that is. That's real. They feel that. And they can call you narcissistic, they can call you delusional and crazy all they want to. You either have it or you don't. And I don't gotta make it up. Because if it's not God, then why are y'all trying so hard to attack me? Why are y'all trying so hard to bring me down? Why are y'all spreading slander and gossip about me? Why are y'all trying to take my life from me? Why are y'all trying to destroy me? Why was the odds stacked against me since day one? Why has the devil been trying to get me since I came out the womb if it's not God? The devil's not going after, he's not going after somebody who's already the devil. He's not going after a demon. He wants to recruit people. Like the best person the devil can get is somebody who is on God's side. If he can take somebody who was with God and bring him to his side, that's his biggest victory. If he can take a chosen one, somebody who was born of the Most High for real, not for play, that's a victory. So if it's not God's presence that you feel inside of me, then what is it? Let me know. It got to be something for y'all to target me because all of y'all not really that good. Y'all not really good people. Y'all are very spiteful people. Y'all are very hateful people. I'm not perfect, but I'm a kind person. I don't have malicious intent. I move with love. I genuinely try to help people, but y'all still came after me and attacked me. Why? It got to be God. And I don't care how you feel about that. That's why they feel weird about you, around you. That's why you feel weird around them, because you are of love and they don't like that. They don't like that. You step in the room and you got good intentions for everybody, but everybody will make you a target. That's why you feel weird. You're picking up on their weird, hateful energy, and you're no longer feeling that love that you usually have within yourself. It just comes with it. It just comes with it. But it's nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing that you need to resent. You're just different. Okay? You just are. Like, I don't gotta come on here and lie, Craig. You different. Wait, let me run it back. What happened? Okay, I don't think I missed it. That's why I went crazy on the God and me, Mary, Mary, Mary. Amen. And you really, really know when people can't even come up with a valid reason why they're attacking you or why they don't like you. Everything they say is made up. It's make believe. It's things they made up in their own head. Something's off. I don't really know what's wrong with her. I don't really don't know what's wrong with him. It's something's off. They have no valid proof. They don't have anything. They can't say that you were talking behind them behind their back. They can't say that you said something crazy to their face. Like, even the person, like I mentioned before, who I respectfully was like, I can't be around you. That person's energy was off. But this person also, um, I can't tell the story like completely, but basically there was a time, just know this person had already presented things in real life. Like, there was a time I called this person. Now, at this time in my life, my friends were like calling me 7 o'clock in the morning, boo-hoo crying about some man, and I'm sitting there listening. Like, I had people around me who was going through stuff, and I was there for them listening. When it was my turn, because I don't ever cry, they don't ever see me cry or go through things because I'm so strong. I called this person crying and upset because something had happened, and this person is a kiki laughing at me, crying to them in the background with their friends, like being just real shady, saying little slick stuff, like dead for real, sitting there laughing at me because I'm crying. And this person done word, like the most terrible things that happened to this person, and I was there for this person, listening to them cry, going to go pick this person up, having their back, per like really being there for them. But when it was me, they thought it was funny. And I was like, that's just one example, a real life example of something that this person did. And it wasn't just the energy was off. And I said that to say, when just now, when I said they can't come up with a valid reason, that is not an example of me not coming up with a valid reason. That's just what I told this person. I didn't need to go down the list and tell them, oh, you did X, Y, and Z. You know you bitter, you know you a hater, and you know you weird. I don't gotta go down the list and tell you. You done did things in real life. But for y'all, you haven't done anything. They just don't like you. They just don't. They don't have a valid reason. They can't give you examples. They just don't care for you. Period. It's not the same. People don't like how I'm different and don't really engage in gossiping and be in other people's business. That's how I be lonely. Yeah. Gossiping is low vibrational. It is. And we've all done it, but you gotta tone down on the gossip. You shouldn't be sitting around gossiping all the time. How is it when God takes one of the devil's soldiers? How is that process? Just a question. I wouldn't say, I feel like if God, I don't think God is like taking one of the devil's soldiers. I could be wrong. I feel like that person was always meant to be for God. He was just misplaced. Like he or she was just misplaced at the time. Like to say, like stamp you as the devil's soldier, like that's a big stamp. That's like a big stamp to me. I feel like if you wanted the devil's soldiers, it's like blood in, blood out. Like you really like that. I feel like for it's not like God's taking them. They were always God's child. They always belonged to God since day one. That's how I feel, if that makes sense. It may seem like that person was with the dark side, but God knew. God had a plan. God knew what he was doing. They always belong to God. With all the chosen one info, it kind of feels washed out and a lot of misinformation. You have to be able to filter energy. You have to do that with anything, honey. That's the world. I always tell people you don't have to take what I say as anything. You can think I'm on here BSing. Find somebody who you think is not BSing, or just listen to yourself. When you reach true enlightenment, you know that none of us know anything. That's real enlightenment. Real enlightenment is knowing that you know nothing. I can come on here and spread my opinion. I can come on here and try to inspire people because I'm not being malicious, and I'm basically trying to help heal a collective of people that's been through a lot of trauma, and I'm doing it my own way. But you don't have to listen to me, and you don't have to think I'm telling the truth. You can call me a liar. That's on you. You have a right to do that if that's how you feel. But enlightened beings know none of us know anything. Not you, not me, no one but God. We don't really know anything. And be at peace with that. This is how I feel, but it's okay if I'm wrong. I may feel like this now, but I may feel another way later. I'm only 24 years old. Y'all lucky because my phone was on 1% and it was about to die. Y'all lucky. Oh wow, I literally had someone tell me Monday something was off with me. Excuse me. I believe they were disappointed that I wasn't reacting out when I don't really know them. Yes. People love, I mean, people hate when they can't get a reaction out of you. Good job. Keep doing that. Ooh, that'll eat somebody up. Somebody who like convinced themselves that you're the problem. If they can't get a reaction, if they can't get the reaction they want out of you, oh my, that'll eat them up. That'll make them shake. That'll make them crumble. That's how you defeat. That's how you do it. That's how you destroy your enemies. Baby, you don't have more power than me. You think you do. I'm finna show you. This is my weapon. My weapon is not even, I don't gotta do nothing but sit pretty. That's my weapon. You use all your energy to come up against me, and I sat here and kept it cute, and you're mad. Stay mad. Self project because they hate themselves, and when they see you, they want to be like you. I feel like it's the glow. When you heal, you glow. It's just something spiritual. A lot of people hate the glow, some admire it. Amen. I was laughing because I heard this. I can't say it because I don't want to cuss, but it's y'all just gotta listen to that song "Barbie Teens" by Nicki Minaj. Like for real, that'll really hype you up. You find out who your true people are when it's you asking for help. They will not care at all. Near you weren't truly the person at all. People weird, man. So many weird things have happened to me, and I just find it so funny because you miserable mother. Like, I just be thinking, like, all the things that have happened. And I feel it's funny because how did I not catch it at the time? I already know why, because I have a good heart. So don't feel bad if you don't catch things when it happens. You don't think like these people. You don't have a hateful, spiteful spirit. So when people do you wrong, it's like, what? Like you're in denial about it. You can't believe it. But don't feel bad about it. That's why you got to go through stuff like that, because you need a backbone. You need to grow up and realize, okay, this world, like at some point, because although a lot of y'all have been through trauma, a lot of y'all, and some of y'all are older than me, y'all are still very innocent. Like I still have my childlike innocence. And that's a great thing, because it's people who've been through half of what you've been through, and they let that turn them dark and cold. But you have to have that childlike innocence and also have that higher self, that adult version of you. You got to have that part in you too, that balance of like, I still got to be wise, I got to be smart. I can have my childlike innocence, but I got to be realistic, and I got to live in this world. These A lot of people are not good people. And if you didn't have balance and you were completely just captivated by your childlike self, you would continue to get hurt. So the pain is necessary. It just really is, because that's the only way you're going to learn and grow, unfortunately, and grow a backbone, especially if you got a good heart. Because you just don't see people the same way as everybody else. You just don't. But don't let that child in you go away completely. Like, keep a little bit of it. Those kinds of people you share insight with may never do the same for you, and they be the ones to use it against you. Gotta be careful. I'm sorry, y'all. I just keep thinking myself. Spiritual army of the Lord is for real. Keep playing with God and not hear Him. Per. Keep it cute. Yes, keep it cute as much as possible. I know a lot of y'all got that dog in you, and that's okay. Y'all got that fire in you. Keep it. I'm not. I told y'all I'm not a loving light girl. Don't get it confused. Okay, I done been through too much to be too kind. Okay, I have balance. I got that dog in me a little bit. I got that fire in me a little bit, and it comes out when it's necessary. Keep it cute, like 95% of the time. I'll maybe give y'all 90. That other 10%, you better use that sword. You better use that fire. You didn't go through all that for nothing. Okay? You didn't go through all that for nothing. You better use it, but you better know when to use it. Okay? That's a war tactic. Know when to use it. Know when to rest. Okay? Art of war. Know when to rest. And know when to fight. It's a you said it, Steffi. It's a miracle we still have it after all we've been through. We also have the discernment. Exactly. It takes time to gain that discernment. It really does. Yes, I'm currently working on setting boundaries and seeing toxicity in people while staying my lighthearted self. That's good. And also, it's like people who are really kind, there's another side. As kind as you may be, that other side of you is a beast. And it's like you have to learn. Like, if you're somebody like me, who I wasn't always this kind, y'all. Like, I used to be real hot headed. If you know, you know. I had to tame that beast to get back to that inner child and that kindness in me. Don't wake the beast, because as kind and nice as I am, as hard as it may be to believe, that beast is just as bad. If my kindness is up here, the beast is up here. It's right there with them. It's like yin and yang. So be careful. Those are the people you got to watch out for. Those quiet people, them people that's healed, The healed people is who you got to look out for. The ones who've been through a lot. Those are the ones you got to look out for. The ones who made peace with their demons, be careful, because that took a lot of strength, courage, and work to fight those demons. Okay? Because them demons had hands, but we had more than that, and we fought those demons. So don't play. Okay? Don't play with us. You started church amongst a few who may be confused, but church. Church on a Wednesday night, honey. Yes, the tongue is a sword. I know mine is. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all chill, man. I already know some of y'all in here like me. Like, just chill. Everybody be cool. Just be cool. We can all get along just fine. But they try to use, like, people who are spiritual, they use our how do I want to say it? They use like our morals against us. You're love and light, so you're not allowed to snap. You're a spiritual person, so you're not allowed to cuss me out. Says who? Says who? If you catch me on the wrong day, you might get cussed out. I'ma try not to, but don't start nothing, won't be nothing. And I just feel like it's simple as that. But y'all gonna stop messing with spiritual people and just thinking you can get away with it because we're supposed to be all kumbaya. Okay, I'm gonna show you kumbaya. I'll show it to you if you want me to. Cause you bark, I'm bite. What you wanna do? Cause I was definitely over here minding my business, and here you come. I didn't send for you. Be careful now. I've been fighting since second grade. I feel you, manifest. I feel you. I am you, you are me. I feel you. All my life I had to fight. For real, I really did. And I'm resting now. I'm not even fighting. I'm in my soft girl era, okay? As they say, I'm resting. Let me rest. Let me rest. Because God put me through a lot of strength training that I did not ask for, but I did it, and I did it well. But I'm resting right now. Let me rest. My beasts are under control, unleashed only when needed to protect. Along with my swords, tongue, and more. Stay strong. I treat people accordingly, okay? I'm already knowing. I already know. Okay, definitely a warrior. Exactly, you scared to die, and I'm not. And don't take that the wrong way, I'm not. I made peace with death a long time ago. Right, I ain't fighting so long, but hopefully the beast in me don't come out again. I hope not either. Okay? You gotta be on your like you gotta be on your sensei stuff the best you can. Your Jedi. You gotta be on your Jedi, okay? Don't go full beast mode. You gotta save that. If you got kids, save your beast mode for the kids. I'm saving my beast for Callie. Now if you play with Callie, I'm going there immediately. Anybody else, you gonna get the ninja, you gonna get the Jedi. you're not gonna get you're not gonna get the beast. You're not even worth the beast. Save the beast for the kids. The kids is who need the beast, okay? They the ones who need that bite. Because I feel like we have already been through so much and it done came against us so many times. It's like, what's the point of giving it to you? Why would I give all this to you? For what? It's so many other people who came before you who did more than what you're trying to do right now. You're not even doing nothing for real. I'm not going to give that to you. I'm going to give you the Jedi. I have 3 days to find a place to live. Please pray for me, y'all. Y'all pray for Slender Sporty. We praying for you. I'm praying for you. I hope God is right on time. I hope he's like right on time for you. To be with Jesus is life, to die is gain. We got for anybody in this chat room, including you, Miss Betty. No games here, truth be told. No games. Do what you know, my heart is so thankful. I'm glad. Save the beast. Yeah, save it. Save it for something real. Something worth it. These people don't be worth it for real. They wish. They wish they was worth it. Past month I followed you. It's been hard. You've been inspiration. Great. I love that. Now I can pull up and flip tables. Y'all hilarious. Don't flip the table now. Jesus wasn't too nice. How people claim he was a warrior when he needed to be. You got to. Don't be too nice. Just pick your battles. You can literally win a battle by doing nothing. Have y'all ever seen that movie Dodgeball? It's like a little funny movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I think it's on HBO Max. It's like it's a very funny movie, but the ending is like it's like about the underdog. It's a good ending. Even the ending is funny, but just watch it. It's a great movie. It's just this part, like he was just this broke. I just love that story, even though it's a parody. He was just this broke little man trying to get by with his little hoopty car, entered in this little contest. And it's just this one scene where he was like, I don't want to give the movie away, but it was so funny. He just basically, just watch it. I don't know what to tell y'all. You either seen it or you haven't, but watch it. It might even be on YouTube for free. Yes, it's a great movie. Especially if you feel like you're the underdog. You'll really relate. And that's how life is. First shall be last and last shall be first. That's like a great example. If you look at it from a spiritual standpoint. They counted him out and, hey man, they were really wrong. Okay. Let that be your example. Okay, you may have came from humble beginnings. You may have had a little bit of a rough start, but you step right on through it and watch what happens. Because it's not over. And the same people that laughed at you, the same people that thought it was funny when you were having your moment, because they thought it can never be me. That could never be me. That's so funny. I'm going to laugh at this person and try to humiliate them. And then one day, not only was it them, it was them times 10. And you got your kingdom. You got every single thing that you wanted because you remained humble. Or I don't really not like using that word, but you remained consistent. You trusted in God and you weren't a nasty, hateful person. You just moved with love and you kept going because you knew God was going to pull you out of that situation. You have faith in yourself. And you didn't care that they were laughing at you because you knew you were going to get the last laugh. And they thought it wouldn't be them, and it was really, really them. It was really them. They laughed at your little situation. God said, okay, well, let me give you a little bit more. I'm gonna give you not only what they went through, I'm gonna give you a little bit more. Because you need an extra hard lesson. Don't ever laugh at somebody and think it can't be you. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Don't ever say, oh, that couldn't be me. Okay. You sure? Because I guarantee that person did not ever want that for themselves. They didn't want that to be their life. They didn't ask for that. They stumbled and fell into something, but they didn't let their circumstances have them looking down on other people and being nasty. And when they did have good in their life, they were grateful for it and they remained a solid individual with integrity. So you should take notes from this person instead of laughing at them. And it is. That is how God works. As soon as you laugh at somebody, as soon as you try to be funny, God gonna be hilarious. It's not funny anymore, is it? It was funny when it was me, but now it's you. And you gotta sit in that. You really gotta sit in that. There's way too much going on in the world for people to be feeling like that. You should just be praying for people and be grateful that it's not you. Because all of us, in here, like most people in the world, we one wrong move, one missed paycheck from being in some of these situations where people think it's funny to like laugh at people. It can be you at any second. Don't gotta swing to get your point across, but there is written there is war between good and evil, and it's not just going to be a war of words. What is that for me? Ascension mode activated, and tests are getting tougher. It be like that. Oh, I'm a swing, honey. What I tell you? All my life I had to fight. I'm a swing if I want to. I don't really know what you meant by that, but okay. And a lot of times people want your life. Like they'll see your life or they'll want to be you. And it's like, do you understand? In order to be me, you would have to go through everything that I went through because that's what made me who I am. Like, are you sure you want to do that? You don't even know the half of it. You just on the outside looking in. And this goes for anybody. If you see anybody, don't ever wish for somebody else's life. You have no idea what type of problems they have. You have no idea what they go through on a daily basis. You have no idea what it took to be them. And you hate them so much you want to be them. And then God puts you through every single thing that person went through. I don't think you want to do that. Be happy with your life. Be happy with your problems. Because you don't want mine. It don't matter how hard your situation is. I promise you, you don't want somebody else's. You really don't. Because just like somebody just said, God is not going to put more on you than you can handle. Whatever your situation is, you can handle it. Just because you see somebody living in a mansion, driving a fancy car, they may got a problem you don't want to deal with. Something way worse than you and your situation. It may look good on the outside, but you have no idea. You have no clue what they may be having to go through. Even in their mansion, in their nice car. They may have they may be dying or have some type of illness, or they may have lost a child or anything. And you want to trade places with them? Be grateful for your life and your problems. Literally. Be grateful for everything. I promise you there's something you can express gratitude for. Especially if you're sitting on this live with Wi-Fi and a phone watching me. You're not doing too bad. You're not doing too bad if you on a live. Sorry, y'all. I snotted. You're not doing too bad. I have to remind myself of the natural laws in the universe, like duality, remind myself good and evil, negative and positive. My job is to keep focus on balance. Absolutely. It almost seems like God's anointing your life is so visible to their eyes that they fall prey into wanting to destroy the anointing on you, not knowing the anointing is protected by God. And boy, do they try. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, if you think about it, like all the things that have happened in your life, all the times that you almost gave up hope or people have tried to come against you, all this stuff that happened, you still standing. Like, doesn't that count for something? I know sometimes it feels like, man, like it could be never ending, but I promise you, the war is in the mind, y'all. That's where the war is. You really got to it's not just coming, it's not about just coming here and getting on your hand, praising Jesus and listening to gospel music and going to church or reading your Bible and being a good person. It's not just about that. Like, you really have to, as humans, reach enlightenment. Y'all like to call this new age spirituality. This is not new. You have to come here and reach enlightenment. You have to reach your highest self. You have to change your consciousness to a higher consciousness. That's where God is. God has a higher consciousness than us. You're not going through what you've gone through for no reason. It's not just about the little stuff. That's little stuff. That's half the battle. Praying is half the battle. You got to do a little bit more than pray. I'm sorry. You just do. You got to do a little bit more than know every scripture and go to church. You got to do a little bit more than that. Or you are forever going to be miserable. You're not ever truly going to be happy. Or you're never going to reach exactly where you're supposed to be. Like, I get the pain of it. I get that 100%. But I had to understand at some point as an adult, I'm responsible for some of the things that I have allowed myself to go through. That maybe it's not my fault what happened to me, but is those people are not going to heal for me. I have to heal for me. Okay, it's unfortunate. All these negative things have happened to me. I have to heal that, or it's going to destroy me. And as hard as healing is, it feels really damn good. It feels good. It hurt, not the healing process. It does hurt. But when you heal from that and you remove that garbage in your life and you start to strip that trauma, your life just feels so different. It really does. You're not going nowhere unless God wants you. So you have two choices. You're going to sink or you're going to swim. Either way, it's going to be hard. That's why I say trying is hard and giving up would be hard too. Because then you're not elevating, you're just stuck in your same life. But if you try and like fight through that and keep going, like you're gonna be living your best life, honey. That's what God promised you, but he needs you to do your part too. You got work to do too. It's not about it being fair. It just is what it is. You gotta get out of that mindset of like, this is not fair. This is not, I didn't ask for this. You gotta get out of that mindset. Like whatever you're destined for, whatever you want, whatever you stall up here is yours. But how can you keep it if you don't heal from everything that you went through? You cannot go back in time. You cannot change the past. You can only keep moving forward. And it's worth it, I promise you. And you're still gonna have hard days, but it's okay. It don't even hit the same no more. I used to have hard months, hard years. I'll take a hard day over a hard month or a hard year. As long as you living on this earth, you're going to go through something. There's not a single person who has not gone through something. You can't escape it. You're going to experience some form of pain and loss, period, while you are on this earth. It don't matter if it started as a child. It don't matter if it doesn't hit you to an adult. There's not a single person walking this earth who just had a perfect life. It's the inevitable. Hey, man, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. Only thing I can do is, the only thing I can do is elevate. That's the only thing I can do. Just rise above it. That's the only thing I can do. And I really got that warrior spirit. So it's like I'm like relentless. The devil be looking at me like, damn girl, I've been trying to get you for so long. I've been trying to get you for a minute. You ain't gave up yet. No, I haven't. I'm not going to. There's nothing, y'all. There's nothing that can be done to me that I'm not going to overcome. Nothing. They can try all they want to. And it's like now they want to do little stuff. They doing little things to me now. Like, what is that? Like, do you have any idea? Do you have any clue the stuff I'm holding on to? The stuff I had to let go of? The stuff I've been through? You have no idea. That stuff you're doing is nothing to me. Like, people be trying to come into your life trying to play God, or they want to be a devil in your life and terrorize you. You're not even close to what the devil really is and what he has tried to do to me. You're like the devil's bitch. You're his dog. You're his pet. What you're doing is nothing. You think you're doing something and you're not. Like, what was that? You look pathetic. And that transmutation is going to hit real different. And everybody who thought it was a game, everybody who thought it was funny, everybody who thought it was funny, Everybody who thought I was lying, they're gonna have front row seats. Y'all gonna be in the front. Right there. In the front. Y'all gonna be right there. Y'all gonna get those seats are gonna be reserved for y'all. Y'all gonna have your front row seats. Every single time. Every single time somebody say I'm not gonna do something, I'm not gonna be something, I'm not gonna get something, I get it times 3. I get even more than what I asked for because my resilience and my faith is really like that. I'm really like that. I'm not like that on the internet. I'm not just posting scriptures because I want people to think I'm this when I'm not. No, I don't got to do none of that. I live this in real life. And after everything I experienced, oh yeah, I'm taking all of that and I'm transmuting it and I'm going straight up. Watch what I do. Watch what I do. I don't lay down and die. I don't lay down and just take things. I'ma just transmute it like I always do. That's the gift God gave me. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. They had us in the first half, y'all. They had us in the first half. But it's not about the battles, it's about who wins the war. They won a couple battles. That was cute. But the war is mine. And guess what? It's been written. Not only is the war mine, it's been written. So you were always going to lose. You were sent on a dummy mission because you were being used by the devil. I was always going to win because it was written, it was prophesied for me to win. I was never going to lose. Sweetheart. Sorry, y'all. It was an Amber Alert. The people be thinking this is a game. That's destiny. You were always destined to win. It looks bad right now. It looks a little funny right now. You don't see it right now, but if you know, you feel it right here. It's already written in prophecy for you to win, and they still gonna try. I'll give it to them. They still trying. They still keep going. They still gonna keep going, and it's a waste of time because guess what they're doing? They're just racking up karma. You just cursing your bloodline. You just wasting time. They so focused on trying to stop you, they haven't even got themselves together. They're blocking their blessings trying to stop you. That same energy that you're using, that you think, like, they think they're so powerful, they can stop you. If you're that powerful, why are you not trying to fix your situation? If you really got it like that, you a great and all-powerful wizard, why are you not waving that little magic wand to make something shake in your own life? Because you got some issues and some problems you need to go deal with. You got some skeletons in your closet. Your life is not perfect. You got some cleaning up to do over there. But you so powerful though, right? You so powerful. They think they Harry Potter out here trying to do something to you. Oh, you really got it like that? Okay, I want to impress me by elevating yourself and changing your life and doing some of that little voodoo on your stuff. I would love to see that. Cause you're wasting time. You're fighting a losing battle. You lost. You lost day one. You already lost, honey. You already lost. You're a loser. And you're a sore loser. You're a loser. You're the loser. They be trying to say y'all losers. They're the losers. Exactly. Fleas on the on the devil's neck. He just smacked you. Get out of here. Smacked you and blew you into oblivion. Looking stupid. Looking dumb. I don't have any snot on my screen. You in here worried about the wrong thing. That wasn't even funny. You lame. Exactly. It's strength training. He just using them to strengthen us. Thank you. Told y'all that's how your enemies work for you. Every last one of them is on my. They not even getting paid. They on payroll, not even getting cut a check. All right, y'all. On that note, I'm gonna hop off the live. If you missed it, then rewind it. Like the live, share the live, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing, but I love y'all. Y'all have a good night, and I hopefully will see you guys tomorrow. But if I don't worry. Bye.